Hello, Bridge listeners. I am so grateful for you. As this year comes to a close, I had the idea to put together a special little episode highlighting the beautiful answers that everyone shared when I asked them the final question at the end of our episode together. And I honestly feel so inspired by everything that was shared, and I thought to put it all together as a beautiful symbolism for the unity that we can create, the impact that we can create, the difference we can make when we come together. So I hope that this episode inspires you, reminds you what matters, and makes your heart feel warm as we close out this year and step into a brand new year where the best is truly yet to come. Thank you for being a listener of The Bridge. It wouldn't be what it is without you, and we truly appreciate every single one of you and every time you listen. Thank you for being you, and thank you for making the world a better place. Year one down, and we are just getting started. I had so many moments and memories and experiences, relationships, connections, breakthroughs, revelations this year beyond what I imagined was possible through this podcast, and I am so excited to see what the future brings. I am so grateful that you are a part of this community. We have exciting ideas, visions, collaborations, amazing new guests lined up, and just so many dreams for the future that we want to bring to this world and bring to you individually and together. And I hope that the Bridge will always be a space to remind you and amplify what is most true within us, the love that is our core, and the life that is truly possible for you, because your dreams are calling you and are meant for you. And life is about the journey of experiencing yourself become that and get to enjoy the things that you truly do deserve. And, of course, making it a little easier, making it feel a little or a lot better for those on the journey with us. What you do to one, you do to all. How you treat yourself is how you treat others. As within, so without. It always starts with you. If you have any requests going into 2026 for episode topics or episode guests, questions you want to ask me for a Q&A episode, I would love to receive your ideas, your requests, or your comments and feedback. It warms my heart to hear from you. I love getting to connect with those that I'm speaking to who resonate with the messages that we are putting out. If you have been a listener, if you are just finding the podcast, if you've known me for a long time, or if you're just meeting me now, I would so appreciate if you took 30 seconds to review The Bridge, give it a star review, and share a comment about what you've gotten from the show, what you've taken away from it, what you've learned, how it's impacted you or inspired you, how it's supported you, your favorite guest, your favorite episode, or anything else that you'd like to share so that others can find the podcast, experience the podcast, and potentially have their lives impacted in a positive way too. It really, really helps us out. So thank you so, so much in advance for taking the time to do that, for supporting our show. And we truly love you and can't wait to step into a new year with you. I hope this year was full of growth, abundance, blessings, peace, joy, purpose, and so much love. And we pray that the years to come only amplify that and take it to places beyond your wildest dreams. And here at The Bridge, we want to help you be ready for that. We want to help you increase your capacity to live your dreams. We will always believe in you, see that potential in you, and want to do everything we can to help make it happen. When one thrives, all of us get to thrive. There is truly room for everyone, and we're better together. Again, thank you so much for being a part of the Bridge community. We love you, and we'll see you in 2026.
What would you want to share with the world right now if there was a broadcast out to absolutely everybody?
Being is the highest priority and the highest form of liberation. Allowing ourselves to just be. It's that sitting in the sun and we close our eyes and there's a warmth and there's a centering and there's nothing in our mind or in our headspace but enjoying that walk, enjoying the coffee, enjoying the breath of fresh air, enjoying the music, enjoying the dance, enjoying the sex.
Just bring more love and awareness to the way you eat and the way you live as well, because everything is interconnected. And I think the biggest crisis right now actually is our soil. And I think that is a big crisis we're facing right now, even more than anything else. Having healthy soil for us to eat from. It doesn't matter what you eat. I think what it matters most is that you source it from intentional ways, and regenerative farming is best, and have doing an extra effort to actually go out there and source your food from very good sources is what matters a lot right now in the world, and to you as your body and as a human.
Everything that seems to be an obstacle or a challenge that seems so big and so dark and so hard to even understand and know that it's actually happening on the planet right now while we're alive, while we're not dealing with the hardships. I think every single thing that seems impossible to be true is coming from a place of not being embodied. And I feel like if I can do anything, if me and you and whoever's one person gets anything from anything today, learning to tune into the body, allowing the body to speak and to say what it needs to say to you. And when I say the body, I mean get out of the mind, not allowing the thoughts to control every single aspect, not allowing the ego to just take over, because ultimately the ego, the disembodiment is what is causing so much pain, torture, trauma, darkness today. And I think, yes, I think as simple as me and you, as simple as one person, one extra person being embodied in their body, in touch with it, in their home, in feeling comfortable in their home, the pain and the suffering that we feel starts to just dissolve slowly. And when that dissolves, you give someone else permission to dissolve. And that when they dissolve, they give people in their circle permission to dissolve the pain and the ego and the mind. I think being embodied is radical. I think being embodied is standing up for love, standing up for peace, standing for being against pain, ultimately, against suffering, standing against all the things, enter whatever it is that you feel is impossible.
When you are able to show up as your authentic self, and when you lean into those fears and you do this deeper healing work, you become the permission and you become the example for other women to know what's possible. So I know what's possible because I've seen other women do it. There are women listening to this podcast who are looking at you and I, or listening to you and I, and they're learning and they're like, oh my God, maybe one day I could have a podcast. Maybe one day I could speak, or I could be a coach or a teacher of some sort, you know? And it's even in the smallest ways, like you don't know the ripple effect that you have, even in just your relationships in your life. When you show up from an embodied place, like people feel more seen, they feel safer, they feel like they have permission to be themselves. And that is such a gift that we can give to the world.
Choosing yourself is the only way that you can fully allow life to move through you in the way that it wants to. It's not selfish, it's selfless. And the more you can devote to clearing your space and embracing the authentic truth of who you are beneath what you've grown comfortable with, then the more potent, powerful, magical, fulfilling, and abundant life becomes, because you become the energetic match for everything that you have dreamt of and dream of and envisioned for yourself. And the reason it's there is because it's meant for you. And no one on this earth ever is or ever will be you in your expression. So, with that, allow, embrace, and hone the gifts that you have. And if you don't know what they are yet, that's fine. You'll find it the deeper you go within yourself. Create that safety within, and you will magnetize the right people, the right opportunities, the right messages, the right guidance, all in divine timing. It is always on time, and it is always divine.
We have created a planet and a world that has been so appalling and abusive and horrific. We've done so much damage to one another, to nature, to Mother Earth, to animals, to all beings. And if there's anybody that you love in this world, and that could be your dog, it could be your mom, it could be the tree outside of your home, do the work inside of yourself to create a world where every living, breathing thing can exist here and feel completely safe. I walk this path to leave this planet a safer place for children and for animals. There's too much horrifying, tragic things here. And we have created this, and it is now time for us to create something new. And a lot of people think that New Earth is a physical place that we go to. No, New Earth is what you become vibrationally. So do it for the world that you would want your child, you won't want your dog, you would want your mom to live in every single day. That's what I came here to do, and that's what I came here to achieve. And that all starts within me.
I think what we leave behind is how we make people feel. That's my answer to like what it maybe means to be an artist in this juncture. And we're really blessed to be alive at this time, even though it seems to be like a shit show. I think it's just being aware of that. It's not about the stuff, I guess, is the thing that we just keep forgetting in a culture that makes us feel like my happiness is in something else, but it's inherent to who we are as human beings. It's inside, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's actually through service. It's actually through heart-centered work. And again, that doesn't mean, I just, just will say in closing, like whoever's listening, like go after your dreams and be a mad, wonderful, beautiful, famous success. Like it's whatever is a fire inside you that you feel compelled to go out and go after, do it. I feel like as you progress on your journey, you'll be able to, I don't know. I think the artistry will be formed out of it, no matter where you are on your journey. That's what being a real artist is about. It's forged by you continuing to be brave on walking your path.
You are powerful. The arts are powerful. Imagine how powerful you could be. Imagine a world where you met the artist within you, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. Imagine what your life could be like if you gave yourself that gift. And imagine how that, just the ripple that could create in the world. It doesn't matter if you're trained or not. It doesn't matter. These are tools that can be accessed in any person. You don't need money to move your body. You don't need money to use your voice. Whether that's in speaking, whether that's in gibberish, whether that's in song.
You don't need approval or training.
You have it. So who could you become if you utilized your vessel to help you move energy?
I think I would say take one day at a time. Take one day at a time that you're living out each day, and don't be so hard on yourself. In each day of your life, live in the moment. Don't live in tomorrow. Don't live in the past. Live in the moment. And I think there's a really beautiful balance that you can live in your life. And you can either live life or you can let life pass by. And there's a big difference in both of those. And being able to say you can walk the walk and talk the talk is really winning in life. When you can say, hey, I'm an embodiment of this. I am making fluidity of financial abundance in my life. I am creating a life that I want and that is sovereign and free. And I think there's this huge power in being sovereign. Being able to not have to be shackled down by pretending to be somebody, chameleonizing yourself so that you can fit into society. There's a huge power in just ripping the Band-Aid off and just being all of you, being parts of you that maybe not everybody accepts. And that's okay, because you know what? There's going to be people, maybe you'll be alone for a little bit, but here's the thing. Healing is about you. It's not about, teaching a modality. It's not about a workshop. It's not about a masterclass. It's really just you. Why are you allowing fear to essentially control your life? Because that is the root of a lot of people's issues, is the fear of being left out, the fear of not being invited, the fear of being wrong, the fear of being, and you can go back through all the doubt pieces, but it's essentially just fear. And that's a lie. And that's from the darkness, and that's from the shadows. And you have control to do what you want in your life by consenting to freedom and sovereignty.
You are so loved. Whoever is listening to this, you are so loved. I see you. I hear you. I'm with you. I've been there. I understand that life may not be the easiest thing, but we can choose how we want to show up for life, right? We get to choose. This is so short, so fucking short. It is literally a blink of an eye in actual eternity of how long we are here. And it is meant to be enjoyed. It is meant to be fun. It is meant to be experienced. every single part of this journey is meant to be full-heartedly experienced and passionately discovered and erotically explored. Like, really dive into every single moment with this full power, full passion. And that is my message to you that's listening, is that really take life by the horns and just ride that bitch out.
I think that sometimes we as humans can get caught up in, oh, like if I wasn't here, it wouldn't matter. Like in the grand scheme of things, right? Like our microcosm of like our circle absolutely would be impacted. But if you're not here, that changes things, right? So I guess the message that I would have, because this keeps coming through for me like recently, is that we are all connected and we are so much more alike and similar than we are different. And when we can get some of those like programs out of the way just enough to spark that conversation with another human being, or just start that connection with someone else and be open to hearing other people's like perspective. When we get, again, all of the bullshit out of the way, we're so much more similar and alike than we are different.
The thing that just keeps coming back, and I think the thing that is at this point in my life the most important thing for me, is that finding your joy piece. Finding joy, because it translates into every other facet of our lives. And that joy creates that frequency of love, which combats that frequency of fear. And it's really that simple. It really is that simple. The pursuit of joy. And, you know, there's this stigma around leading a joyful life, and understandably so, because the world is a really difficult and dark place at times. And so it feels selfish to pursue joy and to live in that place. But I really do think that's the basis of peace and of love and everything else magical.
A planet where joy is the point.
Yes. Yes.
Of course I can change the world. I always believed I could change the world. I guess if there is one phrase about embodiment, is that frequency cannot be faked. That's it. Only truth will slice through. You cannot fake frequency.
It's not that serious. We're literally spiritual beams of light. You're literally you're literally this like spiritual being in a human meat sack full of gas and dust on a rock made of gas and dust and water. And you're being hurled through the universe, an infinite universe at thousands of miles an hour amongst multiple and infinite timelines. Like, it's not that serious. Like, anything that you think is limiting you is not. Just go, like, just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, just go do it.
That everything matters and nothing matters, and you get to decide. I just want everyone to remember that you are the most powerful thing in all of existence. You could have been anything, and in fact, you have been, but yet, of all the infinite things, you chose to incarnate as you. It's literally like, it must be very special, must be very important, must have a purpose, because of all the things, you chose to be you. So what you gonna do with it?
Oh my goodness. Something that I would want to say to humanity. Oh my God, just like, stop being so fucked up. Be kind. There's like a lot of shit going on with like the trans community, and it's just like, let people be who they are, let people be who they want to be. There's this narrative that, you know, things are being pushed on people, but I think it's something that we just need to continue speaking about. Yeah, we need to be kind to people, and we need to just, you know, really just let people be who they want to be, because that does not affect your happiness, and everyone deserves to be happy. I could go on forever, but let's just we'll just say period.
3 simple words: just be you. That's it. Rest of it doesn't matter. If all 8.1 billion just was themselves, the rest of it doesn't matter anymore.
This is the leap. That's the leap that you have to, that I'm making. It's like sharing that with everyone right now. I think the scarier it is, probably the better for you it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's really not going to be comfortable. not made to be comfortable. But if you're like, this is what my vocation is, I am here to do this, you get through the discomfort because you know that you're going to have gold. Like your product is going to be fantastic. You're not going to release it if it's not fantastic, you know? So you know what you're capable of. You trust yourself. There's so many things, right? Like you're saying, that we need to just really disempower these old inner thoughts and visualize, you know. Yeah, I call it my vocation because it's not like a career. It's like what I'm here to do.
Yeah, this last stage of my growth and my personal growth, which is directly connected to my business growth, is about helping people see themselves and distilling their superpower and effectively putting it out for the world to see so that they can get in touch with more of their audience authentically. I spend so much of my time talking to other people about how they impact the world and how to more effectively show up and reach more people so they can do more of the things that they do. That's that's why I'm here. Like, I'm an artist and I have my own passions and skills and all the things as an individual, and I do those things. But I think what I'm here to do is reach more people to help them truly see and embrace themselves and see that clearly and in an empowering way so that they can reach more people with their superpower. So it's like a ripple that I get to create that only magnifies the more people that I can reach. So I don't know, that's what I want to broadcast, I guess, is even if it's not through me, find a way to truly understand, like break it all down and be real with yourself. You know, why are you doing what you're doing and how can you make that better for everyone around you, and how can you reach more people? And how can you take what you do and what you're passionate about in life and help others around you?
That's all for now.
That's all for now.
Will you take us out?
Thank you for watching The Bridge.